Kia ora, konnichiwa, hi and welcome to my channel, and those returning, it's great to see you back. In today's video I show you the apartments that I saw in Tokyo. I let you know the JPT results and just give you an update on where I am at the moment. So come on, let's get going. At the moment I've just arrived at Shinagawa station and I'm off to Ikebukuro to meet the first real estate agent that is going to show us some apartments. This real estate agent is Heya. They're actually foreigner friendly, and what you can do is you can have a look at some apartments online that you'd like to have a look at, and you can show them. And what they'll do is they will have a look to see if they're foreigner friendly, and if they are, then they can show you the apartment. The lady we saw was really lovely, and they give you a cup of tea or coffee or some sort of refreshment while you're looking through some apartments. Now, she did go above and beyond. There was a lot of apartments that she had rung up about. That's a pile there. And these are the ones that were foreigner friendly that we could have a look at. So it is quite a hard time to find an apartment at a certain price range. There are apartments that are more expensive that are foreigner friendly, but I was trying to stick to a budget, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Let's have a look at the first apartment anyway. Just to let you know, a disclaimer, this is my experience. Everybody's different. Someone might find it really easy to get an apartment, but just letting you know on how I get on in my experience. The first apartment that we came to see is a bit different from what I was looking for. It's a 3DK, and that would be for my daughter and I, so we thought about should we live together. It was 175,000 yen per month. Had 1 month's key money, 1 month's rent in advance, and with all the additions, the move-in cost was 817,000 yen. Because you do also need to factor in the broker fee, and that's usually 1 month's rent, but it can be 1.5 months' rent plus tax. So this apartment was on the second floor. It looks like someone's just moved out and they're redecorating. So I think it's going to be quite unruly in there. Okay. Oh, so Koko. Okay. Okay. That's not too bad. Just looks like someone may have lived here for quite some time because the wallpaper had all turned yellow. I couldn't smell a strong smell of cigarettes, because it does look like there'd been smoking in here, but I didn't smell anything like that, so they must have lived here for quite some time. It's actually quite big, and I like the way that it had rooms separated. So they had 2 rooms behind me, and then this was another bedroom. I thought it was actually quite spacious and a good option if my daughter and I wanted to live together. Then it would be like half the rent each. However, we decided against this one just due to the huge move-in costs. The brokerage fee plus the key money, the month's rent in advance, that's not an issue because you have to pay usually a month in advance everywhere you go. Not too bad. But that the key money plus the brokerage fee was nearly 400,000 yen, which, yeah, I thought was a little bit over the top. The next one we're seeing is a 1 LDK, and that was 139,000 yen per month. I had 1 month's key money and 1 month deposit. I like this apartment. The kitchen was a bit small, but the storage is really good. And I like the fact that it had 2 separate rooms, so you could have a different lounge and sleeping area. This is certainly a contender. The bathroom was an okay size. It had a separate toilet, which is good. And there was a separate laundry area, and that was inside as well. The one thing I really liked about it is it had beautiful views, and it was really light and bright. Now that apartment I really liked, but the price was a bit high for what I wanted to pay. It would have been alright for a year, but if I want to try and stay longer and get a job, then it would be outside my comfort zone of being able to pay that ongoing. After seeing those apartments, we walked into Takadano Baba and spoke to the real estate agent. The apartments they had available weren't ready to be seen, but we did look at the photos and we actually applied for one. It was 80,000 yen per month, but unfortunately I was declined. They didn't really give a reason, but they were asking whether I had a job, and these apartments were for students, but maybe it was because I'm a student but I don't have any guarantors backing me. Back to the drawing board. I did have to go back to Nagoya for school, and then I came back and had a look at another couple of apartments. These were smaller, but you know, they were kind of okay, and I have applied for one of these apartments. Fingers crossed that I get it. So we went through the process of applying for the apartment, which is given all your financial details. There are guarantors here, so they have to check out your financials as well. I'd like to thank today's sponsor of the video, Sakuraco and Tokyo Treats. You ask, what's this? Well, it's a monthly subscription you can get from Japan, and it's full of cultural delights. I've just received my April box. It's packed full of delicious local treats. Let's have a look to see what's inside. Here are 5 good reasons why you should subscribe to the Tokyo Treats and Sakuraco monthly subscription. It feels like your birthday every month. You get delivered a surprise box of treats directly from Japan. It's always a cultural discovery. You get a booklet and it tells you all about the treats and where they come from. You'll get a taste of different regions and tasty treats. It's also a great cultural experience to share with your family and friends, and such a great conversation starter. Having this little booklet coming with each box, it actually explains where all the treats come from, their nutritional value and allergy information. Both Tokyo Treats and Sakuraco offer a rich cultural history, from traditional treats to tasty sweets. These boxes have it all. It's like a journey through Japan. Let me know which box you're going to subscribe to. It's like having a taste of Japan right in the comfort of your own home. Use the code Pennie to receive a $5 discount off your first Tokyo Treat or Sakuraco box. Check the link out below. So I thought I'd give you a quick update. Good news, I managed to get an apartment. Oh, it's extremely small. I think it's about the size of just my lounge area only. and but it's in a good location, and so I'm pretty happy with that. It's got quite a big balcony. So I have been selling my furniture. As you see, this starting to look a bit unruly because I am packing and getting ready to move. I've sold the desk and my dining table, the washing machine, fridge and microwave, they're going. I will be keeping my coffee machine and the stand it's on. So yeah, it's been a roller coaster looking at properties, trying to go for a property and then being declined. And it's like they don't tell you why you are declined, but yeah, I don't know. So I just started looking for smaller and cheaper apartments because all I could think was it's either I'm a foreigner, but then they wouldn't have shown me the apartment. So yeah, I think it was because I'm not on a salary, I'm not working, which sometimes I don't quite understand it, but it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell over it. It is what it is. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I'm getting. I'm going to just do a whole redecoration. I will take my futons with me if I can. Not sure how I'm going to move stuff. I'm not sure about my couch. That hasn't sold yet, but I still have like a week to go. But yeah, I've got my test coming up as well. So I thought that I'm going to see what I can pack, see what's going to fit in the suitcases I've got. Yeah, so things are kind of looking up. I'm really looking forward to moving to Tokyo. See, I've taken my magnets off the fridge. Still got some tidying up to do there. I've got some packing to do there. I've kind of gone into the cupboard and packed what I can think of. I need to pack these plates, but I still got, a week to go. So I still need to kind of eat something, but I'm not sure. I might pack them. And I've got some water down there. Now, since my fridge is going earlier, because it's going to be picked up tomorrow, I have put some water, got some water in there. Hopefully that will freeze overnight. I've got a kind of coolie bag here, and I'm just going to put it all in and put that into the bathroom because it's a bit cooler there, and hopefully it will keep some of my stuff cold, but there's not much. So I've got my suitcase, I've got some boxes I need to get rid of, I think. This is the bed, so I have to think about what to do with that. So it's actually a blow-up bed, and I've got futons on top, because when I moved from the other place, I thought I'm not going to buy another bed. So when I get to Tokyo, I might buy a bed with drawers underneath, because the new place I'm going to hasn't got any cupboards. Who doesn't have a cupboard? Oh my God. No cupboards. There is a teeny tiny shoe cupboard, and that's about it. So we've got some issues here happening there. But hey, if I've got to think about how I'm going to store my stuff, I'm going to have to. So I've started taking some stuff out my wardrobe. This is what I've got left at the moment. So I've got my jeans, jumpers. Yeah, so that should fit into a suitcase easily. I've got still some stuff up there I've got to kind of get rid of. Got some coat hangers. The people that are going to pick up the fridge tomorrow, I'm going to see if they might want some coat hangers. And in here, I've packed a box. That's my emergency kit there. So that will stay as it is. And I've got some stuff up there to go through. You know when you just get junk, and that's where I've got all my personal garments and bits and bobs. So everything's looking really topsy-turvy. I feel quite embarrassed to show you, but still need to sell my lounge suite. It's hard to know what to do, but We'll get there, we'll get there. Thank you everyone who has given me support on this journey. It is, yeah, it's been up and down, as I said, a roller coaster ride, but I'm really enjoying myself here in Japan. I wouldn't change anything at all. Yeah, moving language schools. I'm glad I'm leaving. I have had some issues with the school, but a lot of people like the school. And I liked it at the beginning, but we've just had some issues, and I really, what happened was, it turned me off the school, and I don't know whether I should have just got over myself, really. But anyway, it is what it is. A lot of people do like the school. I think that if you are, if you can keep up with the study and learning all the vocabulary and really give it your all, then it's not so bad. But anybody who struggles a bit, be wary, because I don't think it's for people who want to start a new life and struggle with learning languages, because as I say, I've heard from other people, if you fail your test, you have a possibility that your place at the school ends. And that over my head just gave me so much anxiety, and it's given some other people anxiety. I've been talking to a friend of mine. He is in that boat. The anxiety he's been given has really affected his mental health. So but we chose this journey, and we've chose to be challenged, and whether we can get through those challenges and not succumb to huge anxiety is it just builds some character, I think. Gives some more grey hair, so I can have to keep on dyeing my hair. Try and get rid of all the greys it's been giving me as well. But anyway, I'm going to carry on doing a bit of packing, doing a bit of sorting, because I want to get that out the way so then I can focus on my test and not worry, because I have got a couple of assignments due for my degree as well. So I want to kind of like get one thing out the way. I can have like a few things in my cupboard that I can wear, and I'll just keep on wearing the same stuff. It is what it is. I don't really care. It's weird. It's not a fashion show at the moment, even though, you walk down the road and you think you are. Nah. So over and out. Now, the other day I received an email from my school, and it was titled Things to Do Before Leaving Japan. So I'm not leaving Japan, but I am leaving Nagoya, and some of these things do affect me. So they said the legal status. So visit City Hall, Ward Office, inform that you are leaving the city. You've got to take your residence card and fill out the moving certificate, which is that Tenshusu Todoke at the City Hall Ward Office. Now, then you've got to return your national health insurance card. Now, I don't have to do that because I'm not leaving Japan, but if you are leaving Japan, that's something that you've got to do. It says that you can do your paperwork above any time in advance after setting your moving out date. Okay, so I've got a moving out date, so I can do that this week. I don't want to do it any later, because then I'll be kind of in Tokyo and I've got to go to that City Hall and register my address there. Return your residence card to immigration at the airport when you depart, so I don't have to do that. When immigration punch a hole in your residence card, take a picture of your residence card and send it to the Nagoya office, Genki Jacks. So I don't have to do that because I'm doing a transfer. And they ask all students to leave Japan within a week after your graduation unless you have another visa. If you're staying in Japan for more than 2 weeks after graduation with a good reason, you have to bring a document to immigration with your return flight ticket. Now, under bills and contracts, it says cancel your cell phone contract, cancel your internet contract. think about other subscriptions you might need to cancel as well. So landline, TV networks, newspapers, Netflix. So the apartment, double check your checkout date and where to return the keys. So some apartments ask you to submit a leaving notice in advance. So that's what I've got to do. Submit my leaving notice, because since I've only just found an apartment, I didn't want to put in my notice just yet. So now I can. I've got to give a date when I'm moving out. So I'll see how that goes. Okay, so visa extension as a temporary visa or other information of visa. So if you're planning to stay after your residence card expires, you need a resident status change at the immigration office. Depending on your plan and the reason, you'll be given an extra stay up to 90 days. So there is a possibility after your language school you can stay on. You've got to give a good reason though. And I think using some of your Japanese that you've just learnt, you want to have a look around Japan at a leisurely pace instead of kind of going weekend trips away. Work permission is allowed to earn living expenses during student life. After graduating from school, you cannot work part-time as a student visa. That's interesting. So they've given us some interesting information here. The main takeaways I've got from that is that you need to go to the ward office and let them know that you're moving. If you want to stay, you have to submit a request to stay, and that could be denied or accepted, but you'd become a tourist, and I can't really see a problem with that. Anyway, it's all running smoothly. I'm taking it day by day, really. You can't kind of like worry too much about, the ups and downs. So I'm looking forward to picking some furniture out and decorating the new place and seeing how we go. So yeah, let's get on with the day. Okay. Okay. Well, okay, so that is the washing machine, the refrigerator, and the microwave. So we're getting there. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And until next time, see ya.